Hello everyone and welcome to Niche. So I'm not going to actually be here for the next 5 or 6 days. So I thought, why not try something new? Because I'm going to be recording a lot of videos as I'm not going to be here when I'm recording this. So I thought, why not try something new? I have played Niche before, that's why I do have other save files. But today we're going to be creating a new save. And we're going to be trying the new sandbox, or not new sandbox, but the new settings in sandbox out. Sandbox mode. And I think I'm going to call... I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this tribe, and the key was really stiff. I'm not quite sure, I'll decide a little later, but we're going to be playing with the new, I've already made some, but the new sandbox mode that came with the new update. I have got the experimental update, so if there is any crashing or anything like that, that's just because it's an experimental update. And with this experimental update, I was so excited when I found out you can alter the age of your nichelings, the amount of attack and defense, that doesn't, like, attack damage and how much damage you get from being attacked. I couldn't think of the right word. So yeah, I'm just gonna play around with this. I've still got the stupid cold. It's like I haven't properly got it, but my throat gets dry occasionally, so if I keep on going in the video, that's why. I think I am going to change the adult's age to, I think, 30 days. Because I like playing with my nichelings for quite a long period of time. The teenagers, I think I'm going to change to 13 days. The children can be children for 4 days, and the babies can be babies for 2 days. I have played around with the settings just so I actually knew what was happening. And I would not suggest making the babies for long, because the babies are actually when the nichelings don't even have gems. So it takes forever for your nichelings to age up, and when you're trying to do a survival challenge, that's kind of hard. I think my nichelings are going to be pregnant for, that's the little thing down here. You can change pregnancy, how long they're pregnant for. I'm tired. So I think my nichelings are going to be pregnant for 4 days, as they are 30. They are going to be alive for 30 days. And we can actually start with more than 2 nichelings, and that's the thing I think I was probably the most excited for. And the fact that you can completely modify your nichelings. So I'll show you what that looks like. I think I'm going to start with 3 nichelings. One of them, so this is this is what it looks like. I'm not sure what I was saying. My brain just decided to forget everything. I'm seriously tired. It's quite late. But this nicheling, nicheling names are really hard to read. I'll be back in a second. Haven't got a clue what that says, but I'm going to change this. I think our first nicheling's name, or at least the first one we're making, is going to be called Minna. It's a random name, but that's just the name that came to mind. And we're going to change her, I do want it to be a girl, gem colour to, oh no, that was the wrong way round, to pink and then 1 blue. And that's going to be, if they're females, they'll have 2 pink on either side of the blue gem. If they're males, they'll have 2 blue on either side of the pink gem. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical with the colours. That's just the colours arrangement I decided to settle on. If I wanted to, I could do like for females green gems or yellow gems. So actually I found the yellow gems with a pink one in the middle. It actually looks really pretty. So I think I'm actually going to start with that, because I haven't used that before. And this is how old this setting here is, how old your nicheling is when you start. And as we made it 30 days for them being an adult, I think this nicheling is going to be 17 days. So she's 2 days away from being an adult, but she's still a teenager. And down here you can change everything about your nicheling. So if I wanted to give her Berrina ears, then I could click Berrina ears and click randomize, and now she has the possibility. We're not rolling Berrina ears. Hang on. If I put it on the bottom as well, she will definitely roll Berrina ears. There we go. So now she's got Berrina ears, and they are actually quite cute nichelings. But if you, for example, if I wanted this nicheling, I wouldn't be able to just, I thought she was missing an arm. She's just got deformed paw. It wouldn't be this nicheling when I went into the game. The nicheling would look completely different. We would have to, for example, this is what I have done previously. If I liked nicheling, they do there. Currently my screenshots are not working. They haven't worked for around a day. I don't know if that's like a glitch or something, but I think we are going to start out with normal ears and then a question mark. I think horns. I think we would give her the possibility of having antenna. With this nicheling, I do want to keep it pretty random. I'll give her one set mutation and the other one can be randomized. So there are actually new mutations in the mutation menu. Like Sticky Tongue's a new mutation and Bathead is a new mutation. I think they're the only 2 new mutations head-wise from the newest update. I think this nicheling is going to have the possibility. Possibility of having. I'm not sure. Personally, my favorite head mutations are Pursnout, Poison Fangs, and possibly Saber Tooth. The head. I can't remember what it's technically called, and I forgot you could read it, but that would just take forever. So I think she might have the possibility of having. I think she would have the possibility of having Saber Fangs, and I'm actually going to put it at the bottom because then her mutation would be. Yeah, just because. Now, though that's technically a prehistoric gene, and I can set forbidden genes so she wouldn't roll in with them, and I think I am going to do that for some of them a little later. Actually, you know what? I think it would be more fun not to do that. I will come back to you in a second. I just realised I forgot to start a timer again. Got the annoying timer back on. And I have completely forgotten what I was saying, so apologies. But now we can set her body mutation, and I think she, as she has Saber Fangs, is going to be from the, don't know what that was, from the snow land. So I think she was, it's either heat body or armored body. I think I'm going to give her heat body. No, I didn't mean big body or heat body, not armored body. I think I'm going to give her big body in one of her mutation slots. I'm going to give her... This is another one of the new mutations, Batwing. And I don't think I'm going to put this in her mutation, and I'm playing with my keys. Apologies, I haven't recorded for a while, as you probably already know. But I think I'm going to put... I think I'm going to put Nimble Fingers in one of her slots. Normal hind legs, because I hate having either webbed hind legs or ballerina hind legs, because they make them so slow. Her tail, I think I'm going to leave completely random. I'm going to set her being either albino or I can't remember what that one's technically called. Melanistic. Yeah, melanistic. There we go. I think I'm going to set one of her coat colours to be red, reddish brown. One of her eye colours to be purple. One of her horn colours, I think I'm just going to leave that random. Her pattern colour, I think I'm going to have it quite light. And then density of her pattern, no, what her pattern is, the density's over here. I think she's going to be a spotted nicheling with D pattern, quite a light pattern, but then this one's much darker, not darker, denser, and then normal blood clotting. And this is like a general idea, so we could get very different looking nichelings. So we'll just have to see what she randomizes in like. Now let's move on to our first adult. And as you can see here, she has got mutations set, so she can't randomize in with these mutations. I'm not sure why Derp Snout's in there, but it is. That in some ways I'm kind of glad about. I don't not like Derp Snout, I just don't like it with my original nichelings spawn in with Derp Snout. So I think this nicheling I'm going to completely make. So I'm going to choose all her mutations and see what she looks like. Warning, this might be a slightly longer video, or I might actually get into the gameplay bit in a different part of the video, I'm not sure. Let's see, I kind of want her to have, I think she'll just have normal ears and then a hidden ballerina ear. She will have antenna and then these ram horns. She'll be partially sighted will be in her mutation. I think she'll be basically a normal nicheling, except with a longer nose, except she hides purse snouts. There's a possibility she might get purse snout from that. I think she's just going to have medium body. She's not like a particularly special nicheling, and then she has a lean body in her mutations as well. I think she's going to have nimble fingers and claw. Normal hind legs, because it drives me nuts when they don't have normal hind legs. I think she might have stinky tail, and I'm actually going to leave the other one random. I do like putting the albino and melanistic genes random. I just like seeing if they'll spawn in as that. Now this is where it starts getting fun. I think I'm going to have her as a mud brown, but then with white. She's going to have green eyes, but she hides blue eyes. Brown and white horns. Her patterning, I think, is going to be quite light. Actually, no, it's going to be slightly dark. She is also going to be a spotted nicheling, but she hides patterning. C and D density. Actually, no, not that high. I think I'm going to have it at that high of density of spots. Then this is going to be like so, and normal blood clotting. And now, this is what our nicheling will look like. So you can see completely, because I have left her tail as random, she can spawn in with other sorts of tails, not just stinky tail, but her patterning stays the same, and so does her horns, and she always has normal hind legs, nimble fingers, and claw. So this is what one of our nichelings will look like, and she is going to be an adult, but quite a young adult at just 30 days old. So she's only just into her adulthood. And then this will be our male, who currently hasn't got any mutations set for him and could be completely and utterly random. So he's gonna have normal ears, and I think he might be carrying rounded ears just because I really like the look of rounded ears. They kind of make them look like mice. He's going to have those sort of horns. I can't read what they say, and then no horns. He's going to carry blind eyes, because I know this is a very overpowered tool, because you can get your nichelings looking like whatever you want them to have and whatever genes they want. Oh no, I didn't mean to click on that. Thank you. Ignore that if you heard that. That was just the computer giving me a notification. Just setting his genes to be different to the other nichelings, because they always randomize in with the same genes. I think he's going to carry yeah, I can't pronounce that. Just setting his pattern density, and now I'm going backwards, but okay. Let's have him striped with pattern brown, red horns, yellow eyes, and then carrying black eye. Actually no, orange eyes. Then I think he's going to be black and white. Again, I'm going to stick these as random because I do like seeing what they'll randomize in as. I think he's going to have just a medium tail, and then keep the other one random. Normal hind legs. I think he's going to have claw and probably digging paw. He is going to have lean body and the medium body, and he is going to have as his head shape crack jaw, but he carries poisonous fangs. And this is what our nicheling would look like. And if I, for example, came down here and changed this to C, he looks completely different, and I actually quite like the look at that, so I think I'm going to keep that as C. And he is also going to be an adult, just a day older than our female nicheling, and I did forget to change the colouring. Yellow. No, blue, come back here. I keep on randomising past blue, there we go. And our other nicheling, I just need to change her gem colours to this, there we go. And those are our three nichelings we are going to start with. Now we can also go down here and see how much food and bedding we start with. I am going to hire this because I do have a tendency to kill out my nichelings. That's not purposeful. I'm just going to make it 45. Same with bedding. I don't want to overuse this feature. Bedding's just going to be 40. That's all fine. I don't want to hide genes or anything like that. And I've tried setting a limit for my nichelings, and I went over that, so I'm not entirely sure how that works. A tribe size limit. This, we can basically just remove anything we want. For example, if we wanted to remove the jungle trees, we could just click on this, and now the jungle trees wouldn't randomize in. But I do want the jungle trees. we could take out mud. No more mud. I am going to leave everything in, just because I don't particularly want to take anything out. Though I don't particularly like the apes, but sometimes we have to put up with stuff we don't particularly like. I am going to hire healing because personally I think Personnel should heal more than it actually does. So Personnel and the healing fruits are now going to heal 30% more than they did. Oh, my throat's really dry. And then everything attack damage I think I'm going to raise up to 2. And otherwise everything else is fine. So now we click save and back, and we do actually need to name our tribe. So I think I'm just going to call them starting tribe, and they'll get a name later. And I will be back in a second. So hang on. That is probably not how you spell tribe. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. But I can't spell very well. So now we just click save, and then we click back, and now we can choose what island we're going to start on. I think I'm going to start on just a peaceful meadow. I don't want to start on the tiny green because it's tiny and it's really annoying because I always overgrow them. My tribe always gets too big for the tiny green. Okay. And wait for the world to load. And continue waiting. I have definitely... There we go. And she randomized in with completely red fur. Horns, platypus beak. And you can see all the rest of her mutations down at the bottom. She has black eyes, but she carries purple eyes. She does carry hemotherapy. I still can't pronounce that. But I'm not sure if platypus beak gives her fishing. No, it doesn't look like it. But you can see this. Oh, I forgot to name our other 2 nichelings. So I forgot to name these 2. I'll probably do that at a later date. But this nicheling actually randomized in with swimming tail instead of the stinky tail. So she can actually hop down here and fish up these fish because of her swimming tail. Then we have, I will name them, this nicheling and his H bar is further up than it's like going to be and stuff. Because I'm still getting used to everything and I'm just confusing myself. He's going to clear away some of the grass. God. And I think this little nicheling, Minar, is going to come down and look around for some roots. And this is the island we started on. So, pretty cute. And I want to head over here to this little lagoon area, because I think Mina will be able to find plenty of roots over here. There are some coconut trees that we'll be able to harvest food from, with our male nicheling's Crackerjaw. So he should be able to crack open the nuts that fall from the trees. And hang on. Sorry, I just had to do something. He'll be able to harvest the nuts that fall from the trees, and now we're going to go into our next day. And she is drowning because of her platypus beak. So I'm going, because of her platypus beak? No, because she is small. But this nicheling, I don't think she can't breathe under the water, I'm pretty sure. She's immune to a cold, I think? Possibly? But you can see in the family tree, we can see all their genetics. And we can also see the nichelings. So I think we're going to get started on a little family with these 2. So they can have a child. She's going to hop up here and use the bedding to make a little nest. And then we're going to go on our next day. And now this little nicheling has grown up. So can she? Yep, she can crack open these nuts. And Mina is going to collect some of the grass. I guess she's kind of collecting it. And now they are going to go for another day. Oh, and he got stunned because of the coconut. So hopefully next go he won't be stunned by stunned by another coconut. Mina, I think, is going to come up here, and yes, we found a berry bush. So now we can harvest from the berry bush next to go. And he got stunned by a coconut again. Oh dear. Mina is going to harvest from the bush. I completely forgot the name, the berry bush. And she had her child, and he got stunned by a coconut again. Oops. She is cute. She's got the little rounded ears that her father carries. She's got double claw and poison fangs, so she's pretty strong at attacking, and she's also venomous. She also has her mother's fishing tail, so she'll be able to fish. Riala, I think that's her name, Riala. Well, I think she's going to keep that name. And her mum is going to collect the coconut, whilst Mina, not Mila, I don't know why I keep on calling her Mila. Mina's going to collect the berries, and we're going to go on to the next day, and he got stunned by another coconut. I'm just going to leave that coconut there, because he shouldn't get stunned again if he gets hit on the head. And she is going to have another baby. Mina is going to start venturing slightly further into the grasses, because we do need to make it all the way over to here, and if I wanted to go quite fast I would just go around the edge, but that's not any fun. So we're going to go this way. And now we're going to go into the next go. And is he still stunned? I wish there was a way you could kind of wake them up from being stunned. Now your genetics, you don't share genetics with him, so I am going to get you to have a child, and then make a little nest over here, and then this little child, Miala, is going to jump up here as her mother settles down in the nest to have yet another child. I do like putting nests next to berry bushes, because even when they're sitting in them they can still harvest and stuff. And now that he's stopped being clunked on the head by a coconut, I think he'd be kind of relieved. Riala would jump up here next to, I'm going to say like her aunt, though they're technically not related. He's going to collect that glass. I need to stop calling it grass. As she still sits in the nest. And now we're going to go again. He's going to collect the coconut. She's going to collect these berries. Now Riala, I think Riala is going to be a child for another day, and then I think she'll be a teenager. So you're going to adventure into the undergrowth a little more. And yep, now she is a teenager and can help. She can't really help with anything but fishing, so I think making it over to this little lagoon will be important, because there'll be plenty of fish to catch in there. If we put nichelings all across here, then the fish can't swim out, because the nichelings will be able to catch them. And now her mother has had her little brother, can't pronounce that. So I think she's going to jump into the water and attack this crab, whilst her father collects up the bedding around him, and her aunt collects up the berries, and her mother collects up this coconut that kept on hitting her dad in the face. That was kind of amusing. Now her little brother's going to jump out the nest, and her father's probably going to jump down and then back up so he doesn't get hit by a coconut. And her aunt has had an adorable child, and I didn't realise her aunt carried... It's her father that carries the poison fangs. So that's how her aunt ended up with hang on, I can't... Yeah. Analysis. I'm just going to call her Analysis even if she technically isn't called that. And now her mum's going to stay in the nest, and I think little Rila would kind of be excited that her brother also has a claw, so he can come down into the water and help her when he's older. And that'll be good. And her mother's just going to sit in the nest yet again, examining her child. I don't think the crabbit will keep on staring at you. I think her little brother will make it down next to her as her little niece, though technically not niece, but technicalities don't matter right now, is going to jump away from the little nest and come settle down next to it so her mother can have another child. Because they're pregnant for quite a few days, having children whenever you can is definitely useful. So I think this will be her little brother's last day of being a child, and she's going to try and dig up that little spot. I think she hasn't found any use for her poison fangs, because she can't really poison the crabbits because they're thick shell. And I'm not sure if her poison actually works on crabbits or not. Her father's going to clear away some more grass. Her aunt's going to pick the berries and then clear away some more grass. And her father found a... I heard a bearina. Oh, never mind, it's just the friendly bear. And there is another nicheling over there. So her father is going to attack this... I'm not sure what they're technically called. And then gather up the roots that was hiding in the ground over there. Then Analysis is still just going to wait by her mother's nest. Maybe hop down to see what her cousins are doing. As long as the nichelings, I don't think birds will show up, but birds have been such a nuisance in the past that I'm just always cautious about birds. I want the little babies to be close to an adult at all times. Unless they're sickly, and then I'll still keep them close to an adult, but as soon as they turn teenagers, they'll go off and make their own little lives. Okay, I was wrong. Her brother's not going to age up this turn. It will probably be next turn that he'll age up. There we go. And their little brother is being born. Nuller. He is cute. Nuller. I need to stop clicking on the family tree. I meant to click on, genetics. So he does carry the poison fang and the rounded ears, but he doesn't actively show it. He has pure white fur, but he has brown markings, and he is just so adorable. Again, sorry about the noise, it's the notifications, they're infuriating. But now her brother is old enough, I think he would jump down and attack this crabbit, and I think she would be impressed how strong her brother's claws are. So I think they would start having a nice brother and sister relationship. Her mother's going to gather up the coconuts as her father clears away some more of the grass. And Rila, I'm not sure why, but I've really fallen in love with Rila. So Rila's going to hop out the water as fast as she can. Her brother kind of follows her, and I think they're going to start playing along the beach and trying to hunt from these little mole holes. And their cousin has been born. This is another little girl, so we aren't just getting all boys, that's good. And now Analysis? Yeah, I think that's her name. She's only really got digging paws, so I think she would kind of just trail along after them, as she's trailing along after her older cousin. That's like really like cool. You are going to hop out the nest, and that's not good. She has... Oh, I didn't mean to skip forward a day. Next move, I think it will be her last day. So it will all fall on the responsibility of their aunt to look after all these kids. And that's not necessarily good. Now, I do remember seeing in the grasses there was another nicheling. And because they're technically in no way related, and actually no, they are related. They are technically siblings, half-siblings, but they share no genetics. So, Analysis and I can't pronounce his name. Good. I think I'm going to call him Rikdu. Rikdu. Just because I can pronounce that, and it was a name that jumped to mind, and it kind of sounds niche-ish. No, can't pronounce that. But technically, they could have kids when they get older, so I think that's going to happen. But with that, I think I am going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to join us. And I hope you have a lovely day.